In the past 4 years, the ECFF has organized a number of workshops. The purpose of the workshops was to bring all stakeholders together to share their experiences. ECFF has shared its research and scientific findings to further forest conservation and sustainability.
The Growers Association, they have developed their own code of conduct for their growers. They have about 80 growers.
ECFF believes one of the biggest challenges in the coffee industry is the lack of a universally accepted coffee grading system. All buyers grade coffees according to their needs. Issuing standard certification is becoming a daunting challenge. Most often, forest coffee producers are not compensated for their conservation efforts. To eliminate such confusion and to create an all-inclusive understanding of certification, the ECFF has conducted thorough research.
First of all, one has to say that certification is a marketing tool. It's a marketing instrument that responds to the willingness of the consumers to pay more money for ecologically and socially responsible products. The wildness of Ethiopian forest coffee, it's a big issue. The question is whether this coffee is really growing wild. And actually, as far as many scientists say, there is wild coffee growing in the Ethiopian coffee forests, but the problem is that it's economically not relevant.
As scientists, we define the wild as being genetically wild and at the same time growing in its natural habitat. Well, the uniqueness is derived from the fact that wild Ethiopian coffee is only growing in Ethiopia. That means that Ethiopia is a very home of coffee Arabica and the only place where it's still growing in its natural habitat.
The ECFF's involvement is not limited to local initiatives, it is also participating in all forest coffee-related activities around the world. The ECFF promotes coffee culture and conservation side by side. In its awareness creation programs, the ECFF highlights that Ethiopian is the origin of coffee and its genetic pool is disappearing. The ECFF believes working with partners around the world is very critical for conservation efforts. The Development Research Center at the University of Bonn is one of its main partners in Ethiopia coffee conservation and sustainability. In collaboration, they participated at the 2008 International Biodiversity Convention in Bonn, Germany. They presented an enlightened display of the genetic origins of coffee with a traditional Ethiopian coffee ceremony.
It is designated as a biosphere reserve. It means that it will attract many researchers from all over the world. And it can also be used as a field school for students, high school students, university students, researchers. It can also be a site for ecotourism, coffee ecotourism, because here you find the wild coffee where there is no human interference which grows in the wild. There is a slightly managed coffee. There is also a more advanced coffee plantation in the transition zone. So in the different management zones, you find different management practices, and it shows the domestication or evolution of a crop from wild to advanced cultivation. Most people know only coffee from cup, so as a liquor, but if they come here, they can see the plant itself, how the farmers pick it, and how even the coffee plants which are not used by people look like and where they occur. So this is an opportunity actually to protect or to conserve not only the coffee genes and the biodiversity, but also the culture of growing coffee. If they cannot attract enough income or generate enough income for the farmers, probably they will convert it to maize cultivation or some other crops, and they will lose both the coffee production culture and the genetic resource.